What is up, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. I'm Mark, and today it's time to get serious. The celebrating of the new year is past. It's time to hunker down and focus on some goals, and that's what we're going to talk about today, what my comic collecting goals and my YouTube channel goals are for the year of 2023. Before we get into any of that, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, do all that while the intro plays. Huge shout out to channel sponsor Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check them out and don't miss out on the amazing things they're always doing at bigtimecollectibles.com. You can follow them on social media to stay up to speed when these amazing things take place. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up our good friend Justin on Instagram. Be sure to use that promo code WeAreLegion or let him know you found him from the channel, and you can take advantage of the buy two, get one free special offer he's running for the viewers of the channel. And if you need links directly to any of the sponsors, they're always in the description of all of my videos. So let's get into it. 2022 was a fantastic year for comic collecting. Probably not so much for comic book sellers, as the market did see a massive down kick. That massive bubble from 2021 saw it getting popped, and books are steadily declining and still declining. Of course, there's always exceptions to the rules, but we're not getting into any of that today. What we're going to be looking at is what I accomplished in 2022 and what I look forward to going for in 2023. So my goals for this year are vastly the same as last year for numerous reasons. So some things that I was able to accomplish, I chipped away heavily at my Incredible Hulk run, as well as my Tales to Astonish run, and I did not get the one book that I set out to get last year, and I'm going to roll that over into this year. So for my first 2023 goal, I'm going to add it right back to the list, Brave and the Bold, issue number 28, the first appearance of the Justice League. This is a very obtainable book for me, but I do have some stipulations, and last year it just didn't pan out. I put it on the list and I had a lot of life-changing events happen for me that really had to go focus on family stuff. I had the funds at numerous points to get this, but I just moved them over to other things as to not put a strain on the regular bank account, because one of the things I want to do for this book is I want to use my collection to obtain it. What I mean by that is I don't want to get a paycheck from work or just go swipe the credit card and anything like that. I want this to be a fun hunt. I love hunting comics in the wild, and with books like this, you don't see it in the wild too often. So I do have that stipulation that I want to use my collection to get it. I'm terrible at selling books, but I want to actually get a little bit better at that. That's definitely one thing that I started to do toward the end of 2022, hopping on Nick's community garage sale, just moving some excess books I have and stuff like that. Of course, there's always stuff posted on Pop's Attic, but the majority of that is my father's overstock stuff. I do put a little bit on there, but I want to make sure that I keep the funds separate, focus on getting rid of all this excess stuff that I have that doesn't need to stay in the forever collection, and put it toward getting this book. Now, I do have some stipulations on the book. It does have to be 100% complete. I do not want a copy that is coverless with a facsimile on it for this one. I do not want a copy that's missing some pages that affects the story. I don't even want a copy that's missing pages like the ads that don't affect the story. Now, any grade is still possible for me as long as it's technically a complete and readable copy. I'm not worried about chipping, minor tears on the corner, stuff like that, just as long as it's complete and readable. This is a very obtainable book, like I said. Low-grade copies you can find for roughly around $1,000 if they're around fair market currently at the filming of this. There are a lot of people. I think the most recent one I've seen listed on Instagram, someone had a 1.0 copy for $1,600, which is extremely high. Now, I don't plan on paying fair market value for this book, nor do I ever pay fair market value for any major keys. They're always out there at a good price, and I'm definitely willing to wait. Do I have to have this book this year? Absolutely not. I'm definitely aiming for it, though. If all things work out, it shouldn't be that hard, and Heroes Con is my ultimate goal to have it by. That'll be this year in June, where a lot of people in the comic community will be meeting up to have a good time at probably my favorite convention that I've ever been to. And if I don't have one by then, I'm definitely going to be aiming hard to find one there where I can haggle in real life, because I love haggling. So I look forward to hopefully chipping that one off, and then rolling this one over, because this was not a one and done last year, but I'm still trying to complete my Incredible Hulk run from Incredible Hulk issue number 1 through Tales to Astonish, and then to Incredible Hulk. Now, the run is pretty much 100% complete on the Incredible Hulk side from issue like 220 something on. And so I'm just focusing on those first 100 issues. Now, I do have the big boy ones in there, 102, 180, 181, 182, all that kind of stuff. Now, there are a good handful of books that are not cheap. They're over $100 kind of thing. I've got most of those. I think the highest value one that I'm missing from the original 100 issues is the first appearance of Wendigo, which will set you back roughly 75 to 150 for a decent grade copy. And I am going for all these raw. I don't want slabs in this run. I do have 102 slabbed in the Wolverine trilogy slab, but that's just how I purchased those for safety's sake. And that's only missing 18 total issues. Now, the reason why I'm collecting Tales to Astonish as well is because the Incredible Hulk ran for 6 original issues. And out of those 6 original issues, it was part of my goal last year to pick up at least one of them. Those are the highest, priciest, hardest to find Hulk books out there. And I was able to not only score issue number 6 last year pretty early on, but while at Heroes Con, I was even able to haggle down and get a copy of issue number 4. So I managed to pick up 2 of the original 6 last year. So this year I'm going to aim for getting just one more to that. I'm not hard pressed to get these done with any kind of time frame. I don't actively search them out online. I just scoop them up when I find them for a very decent price. Now, after those original 6 issues of The Incredible Hulk, he was not seen again in comics until Tales to Astonish issue number 59. So this was a monster anthology title that ran in the Marvel Atlas era before it was called Marvel. It ran for 101 issues, and then it became The Incredible Hulk at issue 102. So I'm just being a completionist with this, and I love those early monster issues. Now, Incredible Hulk, like I mentioned, didn't appear in Tales to Astonish until issue 59, and I do have issue 59 through 101 complete. As of yesterday, I'm filming this video on January 8th, but as of January 7th, I picked up the final missing issue for the Incredible Hulk appearances in there. So everything that remains is just earlier issues of the monster appearances, as well as Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Giant Man. I do have a bunch of keys from those as well, but there are some massive ones in there, like Tales to Astonish issue 1, 13, which is the first appearance of Groot, as well as the first appearance of Hank Pym and the Wasp herself. So those will be bigger ones to get. Again, no time limit on this. I'm missing 34 total issues from that complete run, most of those being the monster issues, which are just hard to find, especially if you're looking for them in a decent, complete, and readable copy. And that's really my only requirement for those as well. And that's really the only way that you can make it affordable, trying to chase after something as large as a complete Tales to Astonish run. Again, no time limit on that. That's 34 issues from Tales to Astonish, 18 from Incredible Hulk. I'll be a happy camper if when I do this video again next year, I'm only missing roughly 17 from Tales to Astonish and 9 from Incredible Hulk. Again, I'm not actively just searching these and buying them offline. Once in a blue moon, when I just happen to have one pop up and suggested if it's a fantastic price, I'll nab it. But for the most part, I just wait it out for local places to get them. So that's pretty much all I have for my goals for comic books for 2023. Vastly similar to last year, but last year you saw I picked up countless keys. I managed to get the first appearance of Swamp Thing last year, tons of first Silver Age appearances like the Spectre, JSA characters, the first Crisis, all kinds of stuff. So I'm sure this year will be vastly similar to that, where I just shop the deals. I have such a large interest in comics and comic characters that I just wait till I find something at a killer price. Like last year, my first purchase wasn't even on my list, was an ASM 300, which was fantastic to add to the PC. So as far as channel goals, at the filming of this, I think I'm right under 1,800 subscribers. I would love to see this year get to 2,500 subscribers. That might be a big goal. I don't know. I don't really know how YouTube works. I don't make videos for views. I just have fun doing this. So I think that's a good number to go to. I don't want it to be a safe bet, but I want it to be something that I can work toward, maybe focus at it a little bit more and see what I can do to try to spread the channel and get a bigger reach with it. And as far as the community goes, last year was great. I set out to try to have a bigger Instagram presence and not just use it to advertise my YouTube. And I managed to go from just a few hundred subscribers to 3.5 thousand followers on Instagram. And then I lost my IG channel, got hacked, completely lost it, and had to start it over just under a month ago. I think I'm just over 300 followers or something currently. So I'm going to set out to do that again. I want to get my Instagram back to where it was, because I was having a fantastic time reaching so many people who are on Instagram that are not on YouTube, having fantastic conversations and meeting great people. And I was really getting all that interaction in the comment section of my posts and stuff. So I'm going to set out to rebuild my Instagram and look forward to the opportunity to meet more of these people from IG and YouTube in person. Like I mentioned before, I'll be going back to Heroes this year, and there's already a huge list of comic community members that will be going to that in Charlotte, North Carolina. It seems like that's the con that everyone's converging on this year. Will be the biggest amount of people from the community in one location. So I'm excited about that. Me and Pops will definitely be there. So can't wait to meet all these people in person. But leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your goals are for 2023. I'm excited to see what everybody's chasing, what everyone's after, and see if follow it along the way, see who completes it, see the stuff as it gets knocked off. It's just really fun, this hobby, and it's fun. It's most fun when we share it with each other. So I'm excited to see what comments y'all leave. Be sure to hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Consider joining the channel membership. A lot of fun things planned for this year for the channel members. Going to continue to try to do my best to deliver as much content as I can on a regular basis, as well as build these awesome giveaways for the channel members. I do giveaways constantly through the year, but there's Legion loot boxes that I do once a year. I put a lot of effort into, and it wouldn't be possible without the fine people over at Big Time Collectibles, as well as the local shops, Augusta Book Exchange, Dead Media Collectibles, Top Dog Comics, all places where I pick up merchandise for the Legion loot box. So get in on the action, don't miss out. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.